The Adam Gravitz Sports Show.
What's happening, party people? Welcome to the Adam Gravitz Sports Show. This is Jack. Say hello, Adam.
I don't want to talk to you. I'm not happy with you right now.
Why are you not happy with me?
Just not happy with
what
you.
Did
Just
I do?
Not happy with you.
I didn't do anything.
Nothing. Well, you do everything wrong, but it's fun.
I didn't do anything.
It's fun.
I did nothing wrong.
Just watching the play-in tournament right now.
Waste of basketball
Fucking
time.
Lakers are gonna win. Huh?
Basketball playoffs are silly. No important teams are in the playoffs.
I mean, that's a good segue into finally our season's finally over.
Yeah.
Thank God. Yeah. I mean, if I was grading,
our season being the Wizards. For those of you who don't know,
they pretty much should. If they don't know, then they're just morons.
They could be new people. You don't know.
They're not. If I was grading it, I don't know, C-.
Well,
I do think it's hilarious
is that on a curve? Is that like based on expectations or just overall?
Yeah, I mean, I expected 25 wins. I did say that before the season. I thought they could win 25.
Sure.
And I think winning 15 is an embarrassment. I do. I'm sorry. You may disagree. I think it's pathetic. Like, this roster was better than 15 wins. I mean, it wasn't a good roster, but you agree it was better than 15 wins.
Yeah, I mean, we noted previously that the coaching is like a
the coaching was dog shit.
minus 10. So
easily. But even so, like, if you told me a team before the season with, I mean, again, I'm not like the biggest fans of all these guys. I'm like Kuzma, Poole, Tyus Jones, like, you can win more than 15 games. That's all I'm saying. Like, I think, no, I know. Yeah, so season's over. Now we get ready for the lottery in like 3 weeks. I don't know where to stand, like where to start with this. Like, I guess I hope they get the number one pick, but you know,
well, it's better to have the number one pick than not.
No, I know,
right?
but again, the funniest. What I was about to say before you started talking was like Kevin Pelton on ESPN, who I guess does like a bunch of like the just writes a bunch of articles, was like, I give the Wizards a D-. It's like, this is what bothers me. It's like, you assholes shit on the Wizards when they were like just going for like the play-in tournament.
Yeah.
But then we rebuild, obviously like 5 years too late. Mm-hmm. But then we rebuild and you're like, oh, you get a D-. It's like, what do you want us to do? I said this to you before. Would you rather be the Hawks, who won 36 games, are the 10th seed, and have like a backcourt that doesn't mesh, and a bunch of overpaid players that like at best you're never going to be higher than like the play-in tournament? Like, I'm just, again, like, we're not the Celtics. We're not the Nuggets. I get that. But, like, I also don't want to be the Bulls or the Hawks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But, like, to give us a D- is bullshit. I'm splitting hairs, but, like, give us a D-.
If you're flying in from outer space and looking at the standings, say, wow, that team sucks. But the reality is they're sucking for a reason, because they were trying in a sense, especially after Unseld left. They definitely seemed like they were trying more. I know we have a general concern that Keefe is going to be.
I don't want him back, because I think he's a nice guy.
I think you need a better coach.
Well, here's the problem though. You're not going to get a better coach, because what better coach is going to be like, yeah, I'm signing up for a 2-year team that's going to win like 20 games a year.
You could be somebody who believes in developing young players, and
I understand. Here's the problem.
And you have confidence in yourself that it's not going to hurt your ego.
This is my feeling, and tell me you might call me wrong. Whatever. I think they're going to do what the Sixers did, which Brian Keefe is going to be their Brett Brown.
Okay.
Remember when Brett Brown was like leading that dog shit Sixers team that was like tanking every year and got Embiid and got Simmons, and then once they got better, they hired a better coach, and I guess Doc, even though Doc's not a great coach. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think that's what the Wizards are going to do, is like Brian Keefe is like the like the placeholder, where it's like you unfortunately get to take the brunt of, you know, coaching for the next 2 years. Maybe we get Cooper Flagg, maybe we get Ace Bailey in the 2025 draft, Dylan Harper, whatever, and then like once these guys have all developed, you're gone, because you're not like. You are a placeholder coach.
I mean, the reality is, if he started the year as Wes Unseld Jr.'s assistant coach, but I'm saying if he started the year as an assistant coach with this previous regime,
yes,
he's not high on anybody's radar. So it's a job, right?
I agree. I think the problem is, like, it's going to be really hard to convince like a legitimate coach to take this job.
To sign up
you're not getting a decent job.
Aging Kuzma, a mercurial Poole, and Denny Avdia on the rise.
But again, it's really hard. Like, so Mike Budenholzer is available. Mike Budenholzer is not taking this job. Like maybe you can get like another hot young assistant, but like I don't know. It's going to be a tough job to convince somebody to take. So look, I don't think Brian Poole's great either. I think like everyone being like, oh, they played so much hard. It's like they still won 8 total games under him. Like he didn't do anything to really improve the defense. Like the defense was still dog shit for the games we watched. Mm-hmm. Like they still gave up like 125 points a game. Now, granted, the roster's terrible, but like I don't know. Like my guess, and I think you probably agree with me, is that Brian Keefe will end up being the coach. That's just my guess.
Okay. I
think you agree. I think you do agree that he'll probably end up being the coach. Probably.
Yeah, I mean,
if you were guessing right now, like today, April 16th, you would guess he's going to be the permanent coach. No,
I think he has a better than 25% chance.
Yeah, I think
they're going to interview other people.
Oh, they better interview other. This better not be one of these like fake interview things like what they did with when they hired your boyfriend Tommy Shepard.
Mm-hmm.
Like they better really interview people.
Yeah,
like, it better not just be one of these like fake interviews or fake interview situations, and then it's like, oh well, Brian Keefe just ended up being the best candidate. It's like he's not really the best candidate. Like he won 8 games. Like we're acting like the guy.
He has a pulse and he's breathing.
Right, and like I guess the players respect him. It's like, okay, great. Like they still suck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Like we don't really have to go into like who should stay, who should go. I mean, you and I both know like who we want to stay, who we want to go. Like I don't know. Like if I had my ways about me, Johnny Davis would be the get the fuck off this roster. Mm-hmm. I am really tired of like people like Chris Miller being like, oh look how good he's playing in April. It's like you do realize, Chris, you stupid morons. Like the last 5 games of the season is when teams are playing base. It's like glorified preseason games.
Gino
like,
really got 26 points.
Right. Johnny Davis is not good for 5 or 6 months of the season. Like just because he had 5 reasonable.
It's not that he's
games,
not good. He's not playable.
He's not right. He's not even playable. Like so, I don't want him on the team. This might be a hot take, and people might call me crazy. I don't think Corey Kispert should be on the team. I really don't. Like I don't buy.
I'm with you.
Like I think Corey Kispert to me is like Grayson Allen just got a 4-year, $70 million contract. Like. That's what Corey Kispert kind of is. I don't want Corey Kispert getting $70 million on this team. He plays no defense. If he's not hitting threes, he doesn't do anything on. He doesn't really rebound. He doesn't really pass the ball. He's gotten better, I guess, at cutting. Like he has done that. I'll give him that. But like his free throw shooting went down. I don't know. Like I feel like he's capped out at like a 7th man.
Yeah, he's a 7th man on a quality team who needs a shooter off the bench.
Which is fine. Like
that's not this team though. That's not this team.
No, it's not this team, and I don't want to give him like a 4-year, $48 million contract to be a 7th man.
Also, assuming where would he be on the roster? Like he shouldn't play on this team.
Well, no, he should.
He doesn't. There's
Again, I have no problem.
My hope is that they run out of room for him, and that he's.
I have no problem with him being like the 6th or 7th man. I just don't want to be paying him $12-13 million to do that.
That's fair.
Because I just don't, defensively, he's so bad. Mm-hmm. He is so bad. Also, your boy Tyus Jones was like, I want to come back to Washington, but I want to be the starter. Well, then guess what, Tyus? You're not going to be on this team.
Yeah.
You're an undersized guard who plays no defense. Yes, you are good at passing the ball. Yes, you have a great assist turnover ratio, but you're 6 foot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you are a backup point guard. Like,
and the team ran better when Poole was point guard.
Right. If you want to be a starter, then Washington's not the place for you.
Yeah. Also, like seriously, like why? Like
why would you bring him back either? Yeah, it's like you can't bring back Poole and Jones together.
It makes sense because you still have.
We saw Jack and I will say this: we both saw we saw this when they were starting Tyus Jones and Jordan Poole. Every podcast, what did we say? This is the dumbest fucking backcourt we've ever seen in our life.
Makes no sense.
Makes no sense. 2 guys that play no defense and that are massively undersized.
And they also play drastically different styles of offense.
Yeah,
it makes no sense.
It's like it wasn't going to work. That's why Jordan Poole was so bad for like the first 45, 50 games of the season.
Yeah. No,
Tyus Jones can kick. Tyus Jones go. Thank you, but like we should have traded you for the second round picks. That was a fuck up on Dawkins and Wigger's part. If we get the right deal for Kuzma, you can go too. I think he stays 1 more year and then he's gone at like next year's deadline or next year's offseason because he just opened a restaurant in Virginia. I'm sure you saw that.
Okay, but also like
I know. I'm just saying.
Fine.
I want him gone for the right deal.
It's also Gainesville, Virginia. That's like a 2-hour.
He doesn't really fit
even here.
He doesn't fit with Denny. I think he takes away from Denny. And Denny's.
I think they have really good rapport. I think they have a good relationship.
Cool. So when Denny's getting 10 shots a game next year and Kuzma takes 23, you're still going to say the same thing?
No, but I will say what was interesting and heartening is that when Kuzma was gone and Denny got to take like 5 extra shots, he was putting up better than Kuzma numbers.
Right. So what I'm saying is when Kuzma's back, he's going to still take all those shots though, because he doesn't listen. He's like, oh, I need to like improve this. He doesn't give a shit. All he cares about is taking 25 shots a game, Jack.
Yeah, that's too many.
Stop.
No.
You know they don't fit. It doesn't fit.
No, it's
it
right.
doesn't.
What and I think it is.
But Poole's back. Look, we both know Poole's back.
No,
I'm fine with it. I don't love it, but
Poole
he's back.
seemed perfectly cromulent as the year went on.
Yeah.
And I actually find find him kind of interesting as a mercurial character.
Yeah,
I don't mind him anymore.
Here's the deal: like the team's not going to be much different roster wise than it was this year. You'll add 3 draft picks, as I said to you on the phone. Like I hope to have just heard of at least one of them before this.
I hope to have seen. I'd like to see like someone in college, like
yeah. I know that sounds fucked up, but I said to you,
UConn
I said to you, I was hoping to see like one of them played in like at a college that you and I have heard of.
Yeah.
Like again, I understand this is not a good draft, and like the top few picks are like international, so I think we can live with that. But like, I think we're both hoping like the second first round pick is not like another guy from like Cameroon or something.
Like Bobby Clinton from Cairns.
Right, like that can't be our pick.
I'd rather get Johnny Furphy
or Khalil Ware from Indiana.
Yeah, Jalen Tyson.
Right, like at least we know that they played in like college. You know what I mean? Like I don't want. So anyway,
Kaishan George. I want Kaishan George. Second round.
I watched him play in Miami. It's
fine.
I mean, he's a developmental guy. Which
that's what we want.
Anyway, so that's our little recap of the Wizards. I gave it a C- because I think realistically I said 25 wins, which I didn't think that still wasn't a good year.
No,
but I think we both agree that they did not they underachieved with the roster they had.
Yeah,
15 wins is not acceptable.
But I'm happy. I'm happy Vukovic made it to America and looks cromulent.
Yeah, I will say one thing. I think you agree with this. Why the fuck did it take us this long to bring him over? Like he clearly showed he could play. Why was he not on the roster to start the season? There's no reason for that.
It's quite remarkable. I think.
No.
Hold on. I will say that with Gafford in the roster and some other things, like it was a logjam. But what I will say is
they were playing Mike Muscala and Gallinari.
I know they love minutes.
The first 25.
Those are bad guys to have on the team.
Jack,
hold on. What's nice to see though is that it was clearly obvious when he hit the floor that he belonged.
He does
in a way that Johnny Davis proves that he does not.
Right. No, the only thing he needs to do is he needs to like
gain like 10 pounds.
He gains weight and he needs to learn how to not foul like every other.
Well, he gets the rookie foul calls. He's just there, right. And they're
but
like,
anyway, I agree with you. Like Vukovic looks like he's a cromulent backup. Bilal needs to work on some things, but like he's got potential. And Denny definitely was like one of the most improved players in the NBA. So they're slowly but surely doing stuff. I'm just hoping that like
So the Wizards get the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Do you want Sar or Topic?
Sar. Yeah, give me Sar. I don't love it, but like he's a 7-1 like shot blocking like I think you'd agree with this one. The 3 picks need to be defensive. Like they need to have some semblance of defense. Would you agree?
Sure.
Like I'm not putting up with the shit that they put up with. You would agree that this defensive performance this year was horrific. It was not even like they didn't even remotely try. And what made no sense to me, when I know everyone doesn't want to hear us just talk about the fucking Wizards the whole time, but you'd agree like this is a shitty team. You would think these guys who are like fringe players would want to like focus just on defense. The only one who even kind of did that was Jared Butler. Like nobody else ever gave a shit about just being a defensive minded guy. Yeah. They fine, great. You can put up offensive numbers. They gave him 130 points a game.
Yeah, that's wild. And
that's coaching because the coaches do a dog shit job there. That's part of the reason why I don't want Keith because they didn't have like guys but you're the coach. How is it the team basically was like the same when you fired Wes Unseld Jr., who both Jack and I knew were incompetent morons.
Yeah.
Or was an incompetent moron. So it was like, we have a guy that knows what he's doing, and the defense was still shit.
Yeah.
Like, what were you doing? I don't understand what they're doing. What are you doing in practice? Like, that's all I'm at. That's all I'm saying. But no, I think Sar, I don't think he's great by any means. I think he's like a whatever, but I think they need to get bigger. I think they need to get, like, they're not a big team.
When you go out there and then all of a sudden you're starting Denny, Bilal, Kuzma.
And then now the Sar guy, maybe?
You're Sar, and then, like, coming off the bench, Vukovic, like, you're a lot bigger.
Right, but you agree that like they weren't.
However, if you get
Topic, I don't know.
Or Reese, or
I would
like
no, I don't want to know Reese Rissache or something. Like he just seems like that's a Bilal. That's like a Bilal.
If the Wizards
guy.
get like the 4th pick, what do you think about
now?
Castle?
Give me now. That's the one I would want. If you're talking about a point guard, give me Castle over Topic, because Castle is like a dog. Mm-hmm. He defensively, he was you watched the tournament. He was a stud defensively, and he's big. He's a big guard. Is he like 6'5"?
He's 6'6".
How is that not a perfect point guard for us?
That's what we need.
So that's what we think. We'll talk more. I mean, now the season's over. The next time we'll bring it up is when the lottery hits, and we'll see what pick we have.
There you go.
Knowing the Wizards' luck, I'm guessing we get the 3rd pick, but that's just my guess. Just knowing our luck.
As you said, in this draft, 3rd pick,
it's dog shit. Yeah,
get Castle. Feel good about yourself. Live your life.
You know who I don't want? I will say one cent. I don't want Klingon. I think that's just like everyone's like sucking Klingon's dick like because of what he did in the tournament. Like no, he can't play. Offensively, he's not good.
Okay, but
I know he's a big.
You
did
guy. Say though you wanted it's 7'2", 270. He's going to clog that middle in a way that you haven't had.
But not. But at the 3rd pick, I don't know, man. That's just.
What's the difference? He eats up space.
How about this? If Edie fell to 26, I would take Edie at 26.
Yeah. For sure.
Over Klingon. I'm saying over Klingon at 3.
Okay, so the Wizards get 4. They go Castle, and then second round get Edie.
He's not going to be in the second round. He'd be at the end of the first.
the 26th pick, I mean.
Then yes, I'll do that, yeah.
Do you like that combo?
Yeah, I'm fine with that, yeah. You have one guy who's a developmental kid in Castle, and then the other guy who's like...
Plug and play.
That's like he's like a backup center for you, though. Like, I mean, he's not going to start.
Well, then we got 3 backup centers.
Fine. Okay, cool. Whatever. I don't give a fuck.
That's like we had 2 the rotation were like Rolo and Alex Len, like they just kept throwing dudes at the floor.
God, I remember that. Yeah. So anyway, that's our end of the year Wizards talk. Next time we'll talk about is after the lottery when we see where we get our picks. Our picks.
That's good. You had me so engaged. I started to nod my head and my eyes started to close and I started to gurgle things. I started to shout things to people as they walk by.
That's funny. What else we got going? Like I said, the NBA play-in tournament starting up. Lakers are rolling. Not surprised. Like they should win this. They have the 2 best. Like they have LeBron. Like I feel like the Lakers just don't give a shit during the regular season. And like if they get into the play-in tournament or playoffs, whatever, it's like then they start to try. I think you agree. I think they'll get. Now they win this. So they play Denver, who they already got swept by last year. I think they'll get probably swept or lose 4-1 if they play them. The other game tonight is Golden State Sacramento. I think Golden State wins. Don't get me wrong. I don't want Golden State to win. I'm kind of tired of like Draymond Green and like that whole shit. I don't know. Maybe you aren't, but like I don't need to see LeBron in every fucking playoffs. I don't need to see Steph Curry in every playoffs. Like we've seen it. I don't know. But it sucks because like the Kings lost Malik Monk and Kevin Huerter. So like I don't see how they win. Even though the game's in Sacramento. But we'll see.
Tough.
And then tomorrow is Sixers, Heat, and Hawks, Bulls. I would probably venture to say Sixers and Bulls win, but, who knows? I couldn't give 2 shits. The Bulls, Hawks, I couldn't give 2 shits about them, just like you couldn't give 2 shits about that one. Sixers, Heat's an interesting game, though. That's a fun game.
It's
2
fun.
good teams.
It's, it'll be fun one day when we have a team in the playoffs again.
Yeah, I don't know. What else do we have?
The O's are rolling. I know that makes you happy. And the Caps are fighting for that last playoff spot, which has you runkled.
No, I just don't. Again, I don't care about the Capitals. You know I've gone through this 100 times with you.
I know you don't care about them, but you're proactively against them.
No, I'm just okay. Does Ted get okay? Is it really a successful season if like you're the 8? I understand
hockey is different.
Okay.
There's so many 8 seeds win the cup.
Do you think the Capitals? Okay, you would agree the Capitals like should be rebuilding completely, like, but they're not.
They're not, rebuilding.
Jack.
They're doing
so
the soft rebuild.
Okay, what's gonna happen when Ovechkin's gone in a year? What's gonna happen, Jack? They're gonna be a fucking joke.
That's not necessarily true.
Okay, fine. You know what? Suck Leon's dick.
I'm not. I'm just saying that the Capitals. No, I don't. I do not.
I know.
The Capitals are hockey is different than basketball and football, and the Capitals and the Hershey. By the way,
pretty sure the Capitals are one of the oldest teams in hockey, but that's fine.
They have young players coming up.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all stars too. Like, yeah, okay.
You don't know until you try.
I know. You think you and Grant Paulson and everybody in this area think the Capitals are like God's gift to
they're not.
sports. I know.
But they have been for the last 20 years the most consistent team in the area.
Okay, fine, yeah,
and not in the way that the Wizards, being the 9 seed has been. It's they're consistently.
Wizards actually were like the 4. First off, not totally true because the Wizards were like the 4-5 seed for like a 4-year period. Okay, that's true, Jack. You're saying when they were, but you're saying the years with Wall, they were not the 4-5 seed.
They were fine, but they also couldn't get over the hump. That's all.
I agree.
Just the most consistent for the last 20 years.
I understand. Yes.
So appreciate that. And part of that comes with having a transcendent all-time great as your star player but I mean, like the LeBron James of hockey. I think that's really convenient. I mean, it's unfortunate
but you're going to say Ted did a great job. No, it's all Ted Leos being a fucking.
No, he lucked into getting one of the greatest players of all time.
But everyone thinks Ted's a great owner. I thought.
I don't think everyone thinks that.
I think Caps fans do.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Then if they don't, then I.
No, well, I mean, definitely they're feeling a lot better now that the Caps and Wizards are staying in DC.
That's true. But anyway, whatever happens to Caps happens. I don't know what happened. Like if they tie, do they make it? I don't know. I think if they tie,
there's a chance, but they need to win.
Okay. Well, it's 1-1 from according to my thing.
Yes, it's still 1-1.
What was I gonna say? Anything else going on? What else?
No, I mean I know you're anxiously watching your Trump stock. Yes, what's up?
Time out. College football second transfer window opened.
Okay.
Which is huge. Oh, I know what I want to talk about.
Oh, the Colorado stuff.
What you don't want to talk about it? You think it's okay?
Tell me about it. Okay, tell me about. Okay,
so one of Jack's favorite coaches,
Deion Sanders, my favorite,
came out and said, "This motherfucker had the audacity to say, my sons and Travis Hunter, and if you don't know who Travis Hunter is, you haven't been listening to the podcast, was committed to Florida State for 18 months, and then spurned us on signing day to go play at Jackson State with Deion, because Deion apparently is God, and then transferred when Deion left Jackson State to go to Colorado. Anyway, Deion has said his sons and Travis Hunter will only play for 6 teams in the NFL. And those are the Commanders, Falcons, Ravens, Niners, Cowboys, and did I say Eagles? Eagles.
Eagle, yeah.
You know what I say to this? Deion Sanders can go fuck himself.
It's insane.
First off, if you're Travis Hunter, why are you having a coach tell you where you can play?
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, Deion Sanders.
Yeah, isn't
like,
awesome?
No, I don't want to hear this shit. Like, so you're telling me the Kansas City Chiefs want to draft Travis Hunter? Nope, he can't play there. Like, what planet are we living on that you get to dictate where these guys get to go play football? Also, your kid's a quarterback, right? Of those 6 teams I named, none of them are going to need a quarterback.
Correct.
So how's that going to work, you dumb fucking idiot? Anyway, I would love to hear your thoughts on Deion Sanders, who everyone thinks is fucking amazing. By the way, Deion will be gone from Colorado in the next 2 to 3 years. And also, I don't know if you saw his top recruit from last year, 5-star corner, dipped. Went to the portal. Deion's whole strategy of like just not recruiting high school isn't going to work. No. It's not going to work. You can have a couple high-end guys, but when you have no depth on your roster, going to the portal and trying to fill it with like 50 players isn't going to work. Yeah. Anyway, I want to hear your thoughts.
College football is all depth.
No, I want to hear your thoughts on your boy Deion saying that, coming out and saying that shit. Go ahead.
I mean, it's pretty outrageous.
Bullshit.
I mean, it's on the one hand.
Also, you're Deion fucking Sanders. You've done nothing as a coach. Fuck you, dude.
Well,
go ahead.
Also, I mean, that's not how the draft works. And
exactly.
And there's only so many times in a generation where you're like Eli Manning and you like force a draft day trade, but to come out like out of left field when you really have no idea where the draft is going to slot and things are, and then being like this weird, like I'll say father figure, but like the weird like RG2's deal, like saying a bunch of stuff. But again, it's a bad look.
But it's like you can do this for your kid. You want to do this for like your sons, that's fine. If you're Travis Hunter, like where's Travis Hunter's family? Yeah, to be like, I'm sorry, the coach is gonna tell me where my kid's gonna play?
And that's such a weird like college recruiting thing. Weird. It's so weird.
It's so weird. Also, I know this is gonna come back. I know like I shouldn't be talking about like obviously comes back to Florida State. You think Travis Hunter regrets maybe like following his boy Deion not playing at Florida State where I don't know, we've won 23 of the last 27 games. Just saying.
I mean, I don't think his draft stock has been hurt other than physically getting injured.
I understand that. But don't you think he might regret like not playing in like more important games? Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe it's all for him is just about the money, which is probably we got a lot of money and playing for his idol Deion.
If I gave you a win total of 5.5 for Colorado next year, would you take the over under?
You know what? I'm gonna take the over. I think they get to 6. I think they'll go 6-6.
But that's really embarrassing.
I agree,
because that's really middling.
But right, and here's the not the funniest. Here's the best part about this. What's going to happen when Deion's kid leaves? Like Deion's just going to stay at Colorado for the rest of his life? Fuck no. And all these Colorado people who are like, Deion's God. You guys going to say the same shit in 2 years when he's gone?
He's going to leave them in the lurches, and then they're going to get hit with sanctions because there's a bunch of illegal stuff happening.
There's so many athletic articles that have been talking about Deion where it's like, he doesn't recruit high school. Like, he just doesn't. Mm-hmm. Like, he doesn't go on visits. That doesn't work.
You've got to get.
It doesn't.
You have to
work.
get stacks and stacks of offensive line and defensive line.
And people then point to Florida State being like, "Oh, Florida State did it. Like Florida State uses the portal more than anybody." It's like, okay, yes, but they also, like the last couple of years, have supplemented with high level like high school.
Mm-hmm.
Like Deion said, like this doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And like you're entering, I think what are they now back in the Big 12? It's like I hope he fails miserably. Like now that Jimbo Fisher's gone, like Deion has now entered my pantheon of just coaches I hope fucking fail miserably. I mean, and with Saban retiring too, so
yeah,
he's in my top 3, obviously, with anyone that coaches in Miami and Florida.
Last thing, did you see that Michigan got hit with sanctions?
I don't care. I don't care. Like that's cool. Florida State they got less sanctions than like what Florida State got for like hosting some like setting up an NIL meeting. The NCAA can go fuck themselves. I don't care. What else happened real quick, and then we'll get to our favorite topic. I saw Maryland got a basketball recruit today. Congratulations, or transfer. Congratulations. Some kid that's been to like 3 schools, so that's cool.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's the new way. No.
That's
Selton Miguel.
Yeah.
I will just tell you this. I'm going to say before we get to our favorite topic, if your boy does not make the tournament this year,
he's out.
He is on the. Oh, thank you. That's all I wanted to hear.
He's out.
No, you'd agree. Like you've set it up that you need to be in the tournament.
Yeah, I mean he's got plus.
And not only in the tournament, I think you need to win at least a game in the tournament. Or else your boy is. If he makes a tournament, he probably buys himself another year.
I mean, on paper, he's stacked with the roster.
Yeah.
So
I agree with you.
You know, you've got your kind of replacement point guard. You've got twin tower, center power forward.
Like I
guys.
said, your boy better make the tournament and better make at least and win a game. Because if he does not, then I just think Kevin Willard is Mark Turgeon 2.0, and I think Jack, you'd agree to an extent. I think you would.
And I don't think
he doesn't.
I believe our athletic director will not be afraid to get him out of here.
Good. All right. Well, anyway, well, if you've been living under a rock, you would know I don't know if you would know that like Jack's favorite former president is on trial.
Yes, one of his criminal trials. I
don't know where you'd like to start with this one.
This is for embezzling campaign funds to pay off a variety of hush money in
but where would you like to start? What would you like to start for like the 2 days that the trial's been going on with what your boy is doing?
Well, it appears that he has a hard time staying awake during his own trial, which is kind of embarrassing. If
it is, but nobody's surprised. He's 150 years old, and the Adderall wears off by that point.
Yeah, they're close to getting the jury together, so that's nice.
Which I don't know. By the way, kudos to them. I don't know how you can have a jury. I really don't.
Well, they're asking very specific questions based around, can you be impartial?
What if these people are? I mean, these people could be lying the fucking ass off, dude.
Well, each side gets an opportunity to ask them questions. I know Trump's crack legal team did a search of their Facebook pages to see if they've posted any memes anti-Trump, so I would not be picked, presumably.
No, I don't think you would. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be picked either.
Following along with his bad time in court, his stock is now in the 22 range.
Yeah.
Which is
I sent you that, and I did send you the awesome tweet of some dorky congressional candidate that was like, liquidated my assets to invest in DJT. Stay poor, liberals.
Yeah.
A cool guy. Like, if you bought it at 70, well, doing really fucking well.
If you bought it at 40, you're also broke.
Yeah, you're broke, moron.
And it's the kind of thing. So here's the bit. So if you bought the shoes you're also a moron, but at least in theory,
what about the Bibles?
Perhaps you bought shoes. If you bought a Bible, again, you're probably a moron, but at least you're probably going to get a Bible, right? Also, I don't think anyone's actually gotten the shoes or the Bibles yet. So no. If you bought the JPEG, you're a dumbass, right? You bought the
we've always said that.
You're an idiot. But like,
we've always said that, yeah.
Buying the stock in like the shittiest of social like media company things that doesn't have anything and is bleeding money.
First up, anyone with a brain knew that this stock that was valued at $6 billion was never going to stay at that kind of valuation.
No, so it's
anyone with any brain knew this.
Unless you're engaged in a shorting operation, which I looked up how that works.
I mean, would you not have shorted it? If you were a stock person, you would have shorted the shit.
Yeah, and that's again, I don't know how those things actually work.
No, I don't either.
Functionally, but I researched it and it makes sense.
That's why the hedge people. That's why the only people making money on this stock are the hedge fund people who fucking short.
So here's the next level is a way of trying to attempt to make Trump any money is they're now releasing more stock. So they've devalued the stock more. So they're just so like dumb. They're trying to steal more money from random folks.
But anyway, I don't know any other highlights from the 2 days. So I guess he's whining about the gag. I don't think he knows what a gag order is.
Yeah, he's I believe.
Like,
he wants to be able to complain about everyone and send his like minions after people.
And then I guess one of our last things we can talk about is how his crack or all the idiots on right wing media are whining because he has to attend the criminal trial. I sent you something. What was it? Oh no, the graduation. We have to get into this.
Yeah, he claims he wants to go to Barron's graduation, but we all know that what he really wants to do is go to a rally that he's going to host.
So number one. The trial, the day of his kid's graduation, which, by the way, he doesn't even know anything about his kid. I sent you the thing where it's like, ask him these 10 questions. We think he can maybe answer one, about his kid. It's on a Friday when court wouldn't be in session. Number two, he didn't attend any of his other four kids' graduations. He doesn't give a shit about his kid.
No.
Or attending this graduation. Number three, Laura Loomer, who's a fucking nut job psycho, was like, how dare they make him attend the trial every day? It's like, you dumb bitch. This is what happens when you are on trial in a criminal trial.
That's how crimes work.
This is how it works. You don't get to just say, well, I don't want to go. I don't have to go. Like, I don't want to go. I don't want to show up this day because I have to go to bumblefuck New Hampshire for a Klan rally.
He's got to catch up on his Curb Your Enthusiasm episodes. It's like it's.
I mean, this is the dumbest shit. I mean, and then the gag order. He doesn't understand. Like he thinks like they're he thinks that like they're taking away his First Amendment rights. Like no, idiot. Literally, the gag order is do not talk about the judge and his family. Like follow the simplest, most like minute thing you have to do, or the most like. Basic thing.
Yeah.
Do not talk shit about the judge or his family or anybody in the
Can't do it. Can't do it.
You can't do it. You can't do it. It is just insane how like I don't even know. And then I just saw another clip before we got on. It was like he was at a bodega and he was talking about like where do crimes happen? At bodegas. It's like then why are you at a bodega, you stupid fuck? Like it's just insane.
What is he trying to suggest with that?
I have no idea. But don't worry, he's doing it for us, as he says. So okay, cool. Great. Congratulations, guy. So anyway, that was that. I mean, I know everyone doesn't always love to hear our political talk, but like with this trial of the dumbest human being and then he basically admitted to the crime. That was the other clip I sent you. He admitted to the crime.
He said he's paying.
He said like an accountant who he doesn't know. By the way, he doesn't know anybody, as we all know. He knows nobody.
Yeah.
His accountant put it down as a legal expense. So he just like, what are you? Okay.
Okay.
Also, and also, I'm sure you saw his interpretation of the Battle of Gettysburg and Robert E. Lee. That was something.
I mean, every day is a different thing, Tim.
I mean, but don't worry, he's not short circuiting. It's all Biden, right? Biden's the idiot, right? No. Biden's the stupid one. Biden's the stupid one. Okay. Just want to know how that works.
It's he's a nut job. The only thing dumber than him is the people who like him. So that's those folks out there. Anyway, well, for Adam, this is Jack. This has been the Adam Gravitz Sports Show. Have a great night.